I am 2 weeks out from my next bodybuilding competition.
So I'm trying something completely new during prep for my national bodybuilding competition as a fit model. It's a very specific carb cycling method to see if I can drop body fat in the exact areas I need without losing muscle, or at least lose as little as possible while tightening up for stage.
I have a little bit work to do right here, so we're trying to up the glute game.
And in this video, I'm taking you through everything. The exact carb cycling setup, why we're doing it, what I'm eating, the little hacks that make prep actually doable and enjoyable, plus a full leg day and a few other workouts so you can see exactly how I'm training through it. And if this somehow works, I may actually have a chance to win my IFBB Pro card at the Nationals that will be happening just a couple of weeks later. So without further ado, let's dive in. And before I bring you with me to the kitchen and show you what I do for this carb cycling thing, let's get in this leg day. And guys, I don't always love to think about having to do squats because they can be painful, but if you actually want to push yourself to your limit, these are exceptional at building those legs and a round booty. And so I go past what feels comfortable, and for my last set, I do a drop set. Go till failure, drop the weight, go till failure again, drop the weight, etc. And then I do leg press. And first we do double leg, and then afterwards I do single leg. And oh my goodness, does this one work the glute and that part of the hamstring that I'm working on currently, because that is where I hold my body fat, which you can see if you look at this footage from a couple of my previous competitions. And for the deadlifts, for me to feel it big time in the glutes, I add a little pulse at the bottom and really focus on squeezing my glutes throughout the entire movement. It makes me be able to go a little less heavy, but damn, it works. And I feel it in that exact spot that I'm trying to work on. Then we do a little hammy and a little quads. And for the final set of each exercise, I go for a drop set to make sure that I am completely killing my muscle. And then a little glute and a little hamstring pump. And when you join my Dream Life Society, you are automatically enrolled to getting these workouts inside of my January Transformation Challenge, where we're giving away $100,000 in prizes. And you also get all upcoming challenges, my viral high protein cookbook, my journals, and a lot more.
For those of you who have followed me for many years, you know that I have never cut them carbs. But this time around, a coach from my gym named George, he's having me do carb cycle. So every second day, I'm eating 32 grams of carbs plus veggies. Veggies are luckily not a part of those carbs. And then every second day, 150 carbs, which is what I was eating on a regular day before, counted with veggies.
George set my carbs to exactly 32 grams on low days and 150 grams on high days, based on my specific body size, conditioning, and what we're trying to improve for stage, which is that part right between my glutes and my hamstrings.
So what you have now is this.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming. A little more work, but it's already different. So there's two kind of glutes. There's round,
Yeah.
and there's what you have.
Yeah.
So this is like this. You can see it. This one's not as promoted as this one, but you're getting it.
Yeah.
So a little more. Remember, you're not as bikini as fit model, but it's working.
And since I'm 5'8" and 128 pounds, 32 grams put me in a true depletion zone. Just enough carbs to keep my blood sugar stable, but low enough to force my body to pull fat from stubborn areas like glutes and hamstrings and drop subconscious water. Now there's gonna be mixed opinions on this, but I'm just gonna go with it and see how well it works. Now the 150 gram days act as controlled refill days because it gives me enough carbs to restore my muscle glycogen so I stay full in my upper body, keep my metabolism from slowing down, and have the power to train hard without spilling over. This exact combination lets me lose fat in the areas I need while keeping fullness where I want it. At least that is the theory, and we're gonna see whether or not it works.
My training split has been pretty similar to regularly. So I do 2 leg days, 1 glute day, and 3 upper body days with back, shoulders, abs, and a little bit of everything else. And of course, I've been doing my Stairmaster. It's not been in the morning, but it has been when I've come to the gym as a warm-up or as a cool down. And sometimes if I'm really tired, I'll be hanging, but we're still getting in a little bit of movement, a little bit of steps, and it's good. But you know what I found out the other day? Like, I've never done this before the other day, as in like not actually, but I did this, the elliptical, and found out that I could easily like do work on my phone and my heart rate would stay pretty high, like almost like a jog, but it's not a jog. It's much easier, much lighter, and I can work while I do it. So I like it. Maybe my new thing could be. There's a garbage truck right out there, so it might be a little loud, but I took a little video when I was 4 weeks out, when I like completely decided I'm gonna go in and do this competition, maybe as my last competition ever, and maybe as the last competition of the year. Don't know yet, but I took some before shots then. So this is my I've been training my back pretty hard. And I hope it's been working. Take a look at where I'm at. I just went to Whole Foods as I always do, but you have no idea the amount of lettuce. I got 2 of these and cucumbers that I have been eating on these low carb days. And I typically mix it in with a bunch of different stuff, but today we're just doing turkey and pickled onions. I can't even put fruit in there. Normally I put blueberries and just a bunch of different stuff, but we're keeping it simple. And I like it. Oh, I get mustard and I put that on there. I'm serious in this prep. We're doing it different this time. A little bit.
Also, you can now use my app to track macros, and it's included when you join my Dream Life Society. From hard to flow meditation.
Today is a low carb day, and let me tell you, I have gotten so much more aware of how many things holds carbs, because when you're only allowed to eat 32 grams that is non-veggie, you got to be real conscious of what you put in your mouth. For instance, I love these Chobani yogurts, and each of these have, I ate it last night, each of these has 5 grams of carbs, so that's 10 grams already in just 2 of these. And like, I love to eat fruit, but the carbs that are in fruit count towards my 32 grams. So, and don't get me wrong, because I absolutely love a challenge. Like, I love pushing my body and doing new things because I learned so much, and especially this time because I'm actually seeing how it's paying off, even without being in a deficit. Also, something like adding oil to your pan from actual like beautiful olive oil like this, the calories can really add up. This is something that I work with the people inside of my community when they realize that they've been adding maybe 3 tablespoons of olive oil and that has added 360 calories in their day, and they didn't understand why they weren't achieving the results that they wanted. 360 calories could really be the deficit you would need to lose a couple of pounds throughout a month. So, little side note. On my higher carb days, I like to eat oats. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of rice, but it's not like what I prefer. Cream of rice, sweet potato at Whole Foods, I love. But on my low carb days, we're just filling ourselves up with veggies. And I don't do this for breakfast, but oh my goodness, the amount of cucumbers I've been eating, crazy amount. And red cabbage, I freaking am loving it. I put that on top of my eggs, which I'm gonna do 1 cup of egg whites, and then I could add a regular egg for some fats, but I don't have eggs right now. So instead, I have this turkey. Seriously, if you want to not get like afternoon, night cravings, just adding a little bit. The people inside of my community, once they start my meal plans and we calculate the macros together and we start increasing their protein, they suddenly are like, wait, I can't even eat this much food anymore. Now I feel so full. And it's because when we increase our fiber intake and increase our protein intake and eat balanced meals, suddenly those cravings, they disappear and we feel full and satisfied when we reach our fitness goals. And no, I do not recommend that you do a low, high carb situation unless you're like wanting to do some crazy experiment like I'm doing right now. Being more aware and intentional about what you put in your mouth, like the tiniest little tweaks, make such a big difference. Yesterday was a high carb day, and when you do experiments like this, like all the other experiments I've been doing on my channel, as you know, I've tried so many different diets, it makes me appreciate food so much more. So like tomorrow morning when I wake up and I know it's a higher carb day, 150 grams, I'm going to enjoy my oatmeal, my cream of rice, my sweet potato, these yogurts, which I could have as many of as I want. I appreciate the food so much more. It is amazing. I've got 8 days until the show now, and I'm flying
to Texas in 4 days. And I really just wanted to have one final competition with no expectations because I wanted to get in the best shape ever, like by the end of 2025. And then I go to Denmark, so then I can just like enjoy my holidays to the fullest. I just love setting challenges. This time though, it's the national, so I really have no expectations. All I can do is show up as my best self. I can come last, I can come first. I have no expectations. All I want is to enjoy this journey leading up to, like I really enjoy the journey leading up to a competition, finish my year strong, and then we'll see where we go from there. I think it might be my last competition ever. Could be, very likely. Adding some salt and lemon and pepper seasoning. Also, a couple little tips for anyone who's going into like the holiday season with a bunch of events and family gatherings. Something that we do inside of my Dream Life Society is we plan out before we go. So for instance, if you're someone who wants to stay on track during the holiday season, you can build your plate in a way that still allows you to eat in your macros. I have a client, yesterday she had a lunch with the people she works with, and we spoke about beforehand how she was gonna manage putting her plate together. Veggies and protein first, and then sprinkle on top all of the different things that she really enjoys. And when I saw her picture, it was this beautiful picture with salad, lean protein, and then a couple of little things of the things that she normally would have filled her plate with. And I was like, next time you can go a little wilder, because the plate she'd made had so much fiber, so much protein, and just a tiny little bit of those treats that she would have normally filled her entire plate with. But it's like those little things that make the big difference. It's like, what is my goal going into this event that I'm going to, and how do I want to feel after? How do I want to feel during? And how am I going to make that happen? Just like pre-planning will set you up for success. Whether it's before an event, traveling, like packing some high protein snacks, some veggies, carrots on the road, as you know I like just set yourself up, and those little things will make such a big difference. I literally saved these yesterday because I wanted to show you. The macros on this with how much volume, pretty crazy. I've been eating 180 grams of protein a day. Sometimes I've done a little more, which I'm like, that makes 0 sense for me to do more. But it's like when I have to lower the carbs, the protein has just increased a little bit more. Let me see how much fat I've been eating. Inside of my Dream Life Society membership, you now get a macro tracker, so we can both track our workouts using the progressive overload system that's built inside of my app, and you can track your macros so that you also track your food. And honestly, the people in my community that start tracking food realize, oh wow, I was only eating like 40 to 50 grams of protein. And then I help them make slight little tweaks so that they can actually increase their protein, still eat their favorite foods, and reach their freaking goals. So macro tracker inside of my app is freaking amazing. And let me see. Yeah, so like 35 grams of fat is what I've been eating pretty consistently. Sometimes a little higher, like this day was 45 grams, 29, so some a little lower, but in that range. I sometimes on my low carb days have been eating 150 grams of carbs, but it's come from veggies like this. Now I just like add a little bit, and honestly, for dressing, this doesn't look too good, does it? But I don't care. I've been using this Skinny Girl dressing, but that even has carbs. Like 2 tablespoons has 2 grams of carbs. So now I just stick to mustard on the low carb days so that I can eat a little bit of oats or a little bit of like sweet potato when I'm at Whole Foods, just so that I don't go over with like those little add-ons. I also, one day on a low carb day, made my protein pancakes. So I did half a banana, then I did egg whites with protein powder and mixed that together, turned into delicious protein pancakes, but no fruit added because the fruit adds carbs. I do have sometimes a little bit of fruit on my low carb days, but you know, you gotta be careful. I'm making another cup of coffee. After my breakfast, I like to go on a little morning walk and respond to my community and my one-on-one client. It feels so nice with some fresh air. Also, it's getting cold in Los Angeles, or colder. Yesterday was super sunny, but I'm nice with some fresh air. Also, I did something that I actually haven't done before, because usually I always add almond milk alone to my coffee. And this is something I definitely am gonna cut when I'm 1 week out, but I've been adding a little bit of this zero sugar coffee mate, and it's only, well, it says it's just got fat, so that's good, and it makes my coffee so delicious. And maybe in the new year I need to get a coffee machine, but I tend to make this one. I fell in love with it because my mom had it in Denmark at home, and since then I've just been using this. It's freaking, I love it. Also, it's quick, you know, but maybe I should get a coffee machine. Buy myself one for Christmas as a Christmas gift. Could be a good idea. For now, this is good. Oh, and hot. Also, guys, have you been listening to my podcast recently? Because I've had some amazing guests on and done some really freaking cool episodes. So if you want to listen to me while you do your thing, while you get ready in the morning or on your drive, I would love for you to listen. I want to sit here, do my work, and it's walk time.
I can feel that I'm getting a little bit weaker with the carb being lowered, but I do feel good. I just feel a little weaker. I also didn't get as much sleep today as I would like to, but the other days has been good. So it's just it.
My back has been really making some improvements, but unfortunately, we don't show our back for the fit modeling, and my hair is so long that it covers up. But regardless, I have a strong back. I've actually been thinking about putting on a wig so I could show my back, but I don't think they actually want that much of a muscular back that I have in the fit modeling division. So potentially that could actually put me down a couple of points. So I think I'm just gonna do a little bit less volume on the hair so that you can kind of see just a tiny bit of back muscle.
So it's been about a week since we spoke last, and I think the Carb-Cycling has worked because I had a little session with George, coach from my gym, the other day, and it looks like my glutes are starting to get a little more definition. Is it?
Yes, I'll tell you what I see.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll
Don't
keep
forget
it.
to sign up
Yeah, I'll do that
before the
today.
show.
I'll do it today. Today I'm in Gold's Gym, and we're gonna be shooting a couple of videos for these motivational videos that I started creating on my podcast channel that you can play whenever you want a boost of motivation if you feel not motivated or not believing in yourself or you're about to give up. Like, these episodes are for you to just hit play and get into that mindset that will help you show up and reach your goals. I'll insert some of the clips that we're going to shoot right here.
This is not just another workout. This is a decision. It's a moment, a before and after in your story. The version of you who walked into this room does not get to be the version who walks out.
Now it's time for eating. And I always eat at Whole Foods, as most of you guys know. And I either get this, which is lemon herb fish, or turkey with some more veggies. Oh, they also have some lemon rosemary chicken breast today. Get a little bit of that. And this might be weird to mix, but we're also doing.
If you're someone who wants to start tracking macros or simply just create more nutritious eating habits, I highly recommend that you start off finding 2 to 3 meals that you love and then sticking to those for a little while until it becomes your new norm. Because I believe that this simplicity can help make this journey feel so much easier at the beginning, and then once you've created the new habit, you can always add as much fun stuff as you like.
These are the sweet potatoes I get when I can eat carbs, but not today. So I've got all the mixture from the salad bar. I chopped up the chicken and the fish. We're doing a mix, and then this gets in there. Nothing has changed really here in my YouTube family. Nothing has really changed. And then a little bit of, I don't buy a new mustard every day. Usually I'll bring one. I'm that kind of weirdo. And then we mix, we enjoy. No carbs that aren't veggies, so that's a good thing. Yum, yum, yum. And I buy the salad because in this way, because I think it's cheaper. Continuing this low carb situation,
I made some lean steak with broccolini.
oh, sorry.
You missed.
I'm now 6 days out, and I do feel that we've made some improvements. And I freaking love this journey and truly had zero expectations other than focusing on me doing my absolute best and having the most incredible time throughout. And if I can do that, then I feel it's a massive win regardless of the outcome. And well, whether or not this carb cycling experiment worked, I will let you be the judge of when you watch my next video, which will be all about what ended up happening at the Nationals. So subscribe and stay tuned. And don't forget to give yourself a massive compliment and so much love because you freaking deserve that and more.